What's the most insane overreaction you've ever witnessed? I was at the playground with my nephew watching him play on the swings when this kid approaches me looking frustrated. Mister, can you help me? My shoelaces keep coming untied and I keep tripping. His shoes were barely hanging on, laces dragging everywhere. Simple problem, the kid just needed to learn the proper knot technique. I figured his parents were somewhere nearby and would appreciate the help. Sure, buddy, let me show you the bunny ear method. I knelt down and started demonstrating the classic technique kids learn. Make 2 loops, cross them over, pull one through. The kid was genuinely excited to learn. Oh wow, that's so much easier than what my mom tries to teach me. He practiced a few times and got it down perfectly. That's when his mother appeared out of nowhere, absolutely losing her mind. Get away from my son right now. She's screaming at the top of her lungs, running toward us like I was kidnapping him. Ma'am, I was just helping him tie his shoes. He asked for help. I don't care what he asked for. You don't touch other people's children. She yanked her son away from me so aggressively that he stumbled and nearly fell. The kid looked confused and scared by his mom's reaction. But mom, he was just showing me how to tie my shoes better. Never talk to strangers, she screamed at him, then turned back to me. I'm calling the police. This is attempted kidnapping. I'm standing there holding my nephew's hand while this woman dials 911 to report that a man taught her son basic life skills. Other parents at the playground are staring in complete disbelief. 911, I need to report a child predator at Riverside Park. A strange man was touching my son's feet and trying to lure him away. The way she described it made shoe tying sound like some elaborate grooming scheme. I tried explaining to the gathering crowd that I'd simply helped with shoelaces, but this woman was convinced I was a dangerous criminal. When the police arrived, she'd worked herself into full hysteria mode. Officer, this man approached my son unprovoked and started touching his feet. He was trying to gain his trust with fake helpfulness. The officer looked at me, then at the kid whose shoes were still perfectly tied from my lesson. Sir, can you explain what happened here? I described the simple shoe tying interaction while the mom kept interrupting with increasingly dramatic interpretations. According to her, I'd isolated her child for grooming purposes and used foot touching as inappropriate contact. That's when her son spoke up. Mom, he just showed me the bunny ear thing. My shoes don't come untied anymore, see? He demonstrated his perfectly secure shoelaces. The officer looked exhausted. Ma'am, teaching a child to tie shoes isn't a crime. It's basic helpfulness. But he's a stranger. He could be anyone. What if he's a predator using shoe tying as a cover for child trafficking? The cop stared at her. Ma'am, child traffickers generally don't operate by teaching practical life skills in crowded public parks. Other parents started defending me, explaining they'd witnessed the entire innocent interaction. One mom said, I watched the whole thing. Your son asked for help and this man was nothing but appropriate and kind. But this woman doubled down. You're all naive. This is exactly how predators work. They gain community trust through fake good deeds. She demanded the officer arrest me for attempted child endangerment and suspicious behavior around minors. When he refused, she threatened to call his supervisor and report him for enabling child predators. The officer finally lost patience. Ma'am, your son's shoes are tied. He's unharmed and multiple witnesses confirmed this was innocent help. I'm not arresting someone for being helpful. She stormed off, threatening to report this incident to Child Protective Services and contact the mayor about police negligence. Her poor kid looked mortified as she dragged him away, his perfectly tied shoes still holding strong. The officer shook his head and told me, Sir, good deed noted. Maybe stick to helping your own nephew next time. I felt terrible for that kid. Imagine growing up with a parent who turns every act of human kindness into a criminal conspiracy. He'll probably never ask anyone for help again.